Welcome to Inside Jaguar Basketball with Coach KJ, bringing you all the highlighted action of the Southern University basketball program. It's brought to you by LaFleur Tillage Construction, Anna Jones State Farm, Cajun Nation Seasoning, Southeast Auto Incorporated, and Care South Medical and Dental. Hello and welcome to Inside Jaguar Basketball with Coach KJ. Coach Kevin Johnson and I are here in the Southern University Mini Dome, where we come to you each week. And of course, you can catch us about 4 times a week on TV, Fox 44 Thursday nights at 10, and about 3 or 4 times, as you can see, on Pelican Sports. You can also catch us on the Inside Jaguar Basketball with Coach KJ YouTube and Facebook channel. Coach, you know, I got to give it to you. Great start to the SWAC season. You got a great win against Texas Southern and Prairie View a week ago, and you got to feel good about getting off into SWAC season with 2 W's.
Well, absolutely, Todd. SWAC season, conference time, a lot of excitement surrounding it. Everywhere I go, grocery store, go out to get something to eat. Coach, what are we going to do in SWAC play? And so a lot of attention this time of year. And the guys were excited, and that's what was important to me.
TSU game, we come out on top 58-51. We were led by Demasi had 15, Brad Davis had 8, Wilkins and Tizano both had 7. Coach, what was it about your game plan that got you the victory against the Tigers?
Well, Texas Southern came in as a 3-time SWAC tournament champion, and they had tremendous size. They had length at the wings, and they had a guard who was been the player of the MVP of the SWAC tourney. So our focus was all defense, and I was really proud of our guys, holding them to 51 points, and they were 5 of 29 from the 3-point line, and I think that was the key to our success in that game.
In the Prairie View game, 79-58. Literally, Coach, I was impressed with what I saw in the first half. You guys came out hot from the 3-point line, also playing tough defense, and basically you got up on 10 points on the Panthers, and really the game never got close.
Todd, defense has to be our staple. We tell our guys all the time that defense travels. Every night you may not have your shot, but on the night of January 8th against Prairie View, we shot 40% from 3, and our defense was pretty sharp and gave us a sizable win.
You gotta love that. Let's jump into those highlights, Coach, and show everybody out there in TV land exactly what happened against Texas Southern Tigers, the defending SWAC champion. And there you have it, at home, Jaguars on the move with the ball, moving the ball around. Coach, that's one thing I really appreciate about your team. They really do share the ball well.
That's one of our pillars, share the ball, and we tell them all the time, when the ball finds energy, the shots seem to go in a little bit more often.
Coach, are you running 3 guards and 2 forwards? Because it seems like Demasi, Brad, and Joseph are guards. They don't seem to be forwards in their play.
Well, Todd, I'm a guard favorite coach.
Okay.
If I had 5 that could play at the same time, I would do it.
I'm an old point guard. I love guard play too, Coach. Well, one thing about it, when you got some guard play, you got some smart guys moving the ball and feeding the big guys. And, big guys got to love it, because guards, there are those shoot-first guards, but most guards are smart enough to give it up.
You know what? It's okay to have some of those guards that shoot first. We have one of our own, and we definitely want him to continue to do that. But I like guys who can make plays, who are not limited by just being able to do one thing. I like guys who can dribble, pass, shoot, and score in a variety of ways.
Well, there you have it. Here we are in our Prairie View game. In the Prairie View game, we got 21 from Joseph, 13 from Davis and Reynolds, and 10 from Demasi. Coach, that's balanced scoring.
Balanced scoring is the key. And again, one of our pillars, I don't want our team to ever be concerned about who makes a basket. Just be happy that we make the basket, and the 2 or 3 goes on the side of the Jags.
There you saw Joseph and Davis hitting some threes. Coach, it seems like your guys aren't like looking to jack from 3 like some teams, but they take what the defense gives them.
Well, certainly I don't want them to be apprehensive about shooting a 3, but the key with me is the ball has to have energy. When that ball moves around the horn and it gets to an open guy, I'd like them to step up and knock it down with confidence.
Big Reynolds had a nice game against the Panthers for you on the inside, Coach.
He's our most experienced player inside, and we got 2 young guys behind him that he's doing a great job of teaching, but he's a guy who needs to get us off to a good start in protecting the paint.
Well, there you see the Jaguars start the season off right, a victory over the defending champ, Texas Southern Tigers, and then another victory over the Prairie View Panthers. When we come back, we're going to look at our next 2 games on our Florida swing, FAMU and Bethune-Cookman, on Inside Jaguar Basketball with Coach KJ.
Contact local agent Anna Jones for a home and auto quote today.
Looking for Cajun seasoning? Go get the Red Can. We got the spice, you bring the rice. Low sodium, no MSG, and great flavor. Visit CajunNation.com for more products and merchandise, baby.
Contact local agent Anna Jones for a home and auto quote today.
Welcome back to Inside Jaguar Basketball with Coach KJ. Coach, this past weekend, we go on our Florida swing and play the FAMU Rattlers and the Bethune-Cookman Wildcats. Coach, FAMU, you don't know what you're going to get. A lot of good talent down there, but you guys came away with a good win, 74-65 over the Rattlers on red-hot shooting from Terrion Davis. He had 33.
Well, we tried to get our guys to understand that it would be different going on the road as compared to playing those first 2 games at home. And we bust into Tallahassee Friday, got in about 3 o'clock. Guys had a chance to relax and rest a little bit. And I thought our practice that Friday night was probably the most focused practice we had since Mississippi State night before the game. And so I knew our guys would be ready.
Well, Brandon Davis chipped in 14 in that great performance against FAMU. But we turn the page to Bethune-Cookman. Coach, you're up by 14, and you let one get away. The Jaguars have their first loss of the SWAC season, 83-81. Coach, what had happened?
I thought we had a great start. Our guys were really fired up, ready to play. Our defense was sharp, and we were up by 5 at halftime. But there were a couple of plays that happened in that first half that just didn't quite sit right with me. One was there was a goaltend, which I thought it was marginally a goaltend. I actually thought the ball was below the rim. And then they end up making a Hail Mary 3 at half. And so I knew right then and there that we were going to be in for a dogfight in the second half.
Well, Coach, you had some good output. Joseph tapped in with another 30-point game. He had 31, and Davis had 20, and Damasi had 12. Let's turn on the highlights and show the folks exactly what happened on our Florida swing, starting with the FAMU Rattlers. There you see the Rattlers' unique floor. What is that, Coach? Is that a white floor with the snake on it?
It's a light-colored wood.
Light-colored, blonde wood.
Did a good job with it.
Okay.
It's really a nice facility. Not as nice as the mini dome, but our guys were ready. Again, I alluded early to how we practiced the night before that game, and there was a focus there, and that's what we tried to get before every game.
There you see Davis pulling up, chipping in 3.
It's a unique skill he has. If you try to go under a DHO or under a screen, we give our guys the freedom to step back and shoot the three, and he's really good at that.
There you see Joseph with that left hand.
Tyrion Joseph was 8 for 19 from three. I was worried that his wrist and shoulder might be hurting, but we needed him to score the ball, and he had a great night.
How was the crowd at the FAMU game, Coach?
Not as good as I expected, but they're still the Tallahassee faithful that love the Rattlers.
Right,
but,
right. I thought they came out whenever we came to town for anything, because they sure come out for football. There you saw Joseph hitting another three. Coach, you look like you had the three going in this game.
Definitely did. We were 8 for 16. 10 for 19. 12 for 30 actually. And anytime you shoot that kind of percentage, things usually go well for you.
And here we are Monday night against the Bethune-Cookman Wildcats in Daytona Beach, Florida. Unique place, Daytona Beach. You've been there for a wedding.
A really small gym, seats about 1,000, and they are loud and they're on top of you, and a very engaging crowd. And they don't mind engaging with the opponent, which made things interesting. But with 9:38 to go, we have a 14-point lead, and I'm thinking down the stretch we have to continue to execute on offense, we have to continue to defend, and we have to continue to rebound. And we did not do either, and end up costing us an overtime victory.
The Wildcats look like they got a long team, like tall cats.
They have good size, but they also have really good skill level. Got a guard in Dyson who, in my opinion, is one of the better guards in the league, and I feel like we've got two of the better guards in the league. But just a tough game. But I will tell you this, Todd, I have had losses like that before, and if you really have a good team, this is a chance for us to really grow character-wise.
Absolutely. Coach, one of the things about a loss like that early on in the SWAC schedule is you get to see them again.
Get to see them again, and you get to find out what you're made of.
Well, there you have it. When we come back, we'll look at the Players of the Week on Inside Jaguar Basketball with Coach KJ. Stay with us.
Southeast Auto Inc., proud sponsor of the Kevin Johnson basketball team as well as his coaches show. The powerful Jaguars, come visit us. 2 locations in the Baton Rouge area. One on Florida Boulevard between Wooddale and Lobdale, the other in Prairieville, Louisiana.
Depression, anxiety, trauma, nicotine dependence, and more. Many families are struggling with behavioral health issues. Reaching out for professional help is the best thing you can do for you and your family. At Care South, we are committed to helping individuals and families to heal, bounce back, and grow stronger. Our team of professionals are available for telehealth and in-person visits. Call for an appointment today at 225-650-2000. Hope and healing is just a phone call away.
Southeast Auto Inc., proud sponsor of the Kevin Johnson basketball team as well as his coaches show. The powerful Jaguars, come visit us. 2 locations in the Baton Rouge area. One on Florida Boulevard between Wooddale and Lobdale, the other in Prairieville, Louisiana.
Welcome back to Inside Jaguar Basketball with Coach KJ. Each week in this segment, we're going to have the LaFleur Tillage Construction Players of the Week. Coach, who were the LaFleur Tillage Construction Players of the Week for the Florida Swing?
A couple guys I want to mention. Tyrion Joseph, over those 2 games, scored 64 points, averaged 32 over the stretch.
That's a good choice.
We need his scoring for this team to be successful. And then his backcourt running mate, Brandon Davis, scored 34 in 2 games for an average of 17. And I don't want to leave out Tejan DeMasi because he's the engine that makes both of those guys go. But I love that combination, and when all 3 of them are playing well, it's good luck for the Jags.
Well, congratulations, gentlemen, on your Player of the Week. Coach, also during this segment, we're going to try to catch up with some of the players so the Jaguar Nation can get to know who these players are and hear from them. And Perry White has been doing a good job of catching up with some of the players, and this week he had a chance to catch up with Drayshawn Allen, DeLang Mon, and Terrion Joseph, and filed this report.
All right, Mr. Allen, talk to me about your journey, man, from Pontiac, Michigan. You found your way here to Southern University to play for Coach Johnson. What has your journey been like?
My journey kind of been, up and down. I went JUCO my freshman year out of Wyoming. Then I transferred to Western Illinois where I played for 2 years. Then I came to, the wonderful Southern University.
Talk about your relationship with Coach Johnson and just what, captivated you about him and Southern University.
Coach Johnson, first things first, he a good guy. He's a player's coach, and that's really important in today's game, with everything going on in like the world. And everybody got a lot of stuff going on. He kind of put us first. Actually, yesterday after practice, we just got done talking about how he cares about our happiness more than just the game of basketball. So he really has the program going in the right direction.
All right, thank you. All right, Mr. Moore, you are from Australia.
Yes, sir.
Man, what has that journey been like and the culture change for you leaving Australia to come to America?
I think being away from family, I think that's the main one. Been out here for like a year and a half now, so being away from them, but also like the different cultures that I've been able to encounter, especially in different states, because the people, whether it be from here in Louisiana compared to people in California, South Carolina, Florida, everyone's a bit more like different in the ways of their lifestyle. So I think learning about different people from different states, I think that's what I've enjoyed most.
Coming here to Southern, having that relationship with Coach Johnson, what do you think has been the success that you guys have been able to find in non-conference basketball play so far?
I think implementing what Coach Johnson's telling us to do. So when he's giving us our game plans or even the fundamentals itself, it's helped us have a lot of success against a lot of the AP teams, because we beat Mississippi State from straight defense. And from the people that have spoken about Coach Johnson, he's more of a defensive coach. So with those defensive fundamentals, we were able to beat UNLV and beat Mississippi State.
All right, thank you. All right, Mr. Joseph, talk to me about being a Baton Rouge kid, staying at home from Scotlandville, and being able to continue your basketball career right here at Southern University.
It's fun, family, a lot of family. I've been gone for 2.5 years. So it's being back, it's a better feeling. I feel like I'm, I am home, so, I'm comfortable. And I'm just proud that all my family members get to come to the game.
What was it about Southern that brought you back and stood out to you?
Really the first thing was I felt like I wanted to come back home. And then the second thing was Coach Johnson, he talked to me, and then I actually knew Coach Johnson out of high school when he was with Tulane. He talked to me a couple times, and it was just he told me, we're going to be a family here, coming here to win. I won 4 state rings in high school, so he was like, you a winner, and I'm looking for winners. And he was basically on the same page I was, I've been to 2 schools already. It's time to win now.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Drayshawn, Delang, and Tarion, and of course, thank you to Perry for getting those reports. When we come back, we're going to look ahead to this week's game on the Inside Jaguar Basketball with Coach Kevin Johnson. Stay with us.
Contact local agent Anna Jones for a home and auto quote today.
If your foot is bland, that's not okay. Let us show you the Cajun Nation way. Shake on that flavor and fire up that pan. We can make your food taste grand. Go get the red can. That Cajun Nation seasoning.
Contact local agent Anna Jones for a home and auto quote today.
Welcome back to the Jaguar, Inside Jaguar Basketball with Coach KJ. Coach, next up, we go to play the G-Men. Always a fun game, always a challenging game because records go out because it's a rivalry, bar none. The Grambling Tigers sit at 5-11 on the season, and of course they'll be waiting for us at Hobby Stadium. Coach, what do you know about the G-Men? Their record could be deceiving us.
Well, first of all, Ty, growing up in South Louisiana, I do know the importance of the Southern Grambling rivalry.
All right.
And, I'm glad I'm on the southern side of it.
I like that.
But Grambling has an interesting team. They have a very experienced point guard. He's a senior point guard in Tremichael Moulton. And then they signed one of the top scorers in junior college in Dozier, who would be similar to Tyrion Joseph. When I started watching them a few weeks ago, they were struggling to get it together. But the more I watch them, the better they're playing. And they actually just completed the sweep on the Florida trip, which is something that we didn't do. They beat Bethune on the Saturday and then beat FAMU on the Monday. So I'm sure Coach Jackson's going to have those guys ready, and we'll be also.
What does Coach Dante Jackson like to do, Coach? Is he a transition type coach, or does he want to slow it down and set it up and be deliberate with the ball?
You know, that's the thing. You know, he's a good coach, and I think he plays the best style for the personnel that he has. This year's team, they have size, and they play more of a half court. But looking at them on film against Bethune and FAMU, they are really good when they move the ball. And that's the same thing we try to do, so should be a good contest.
Coach, you mentioned Tremichael Moulton, but I was paying attention to Terrence Lewis and Jamal Kofor. Those cats look like they can fill it up.
They can. But again, usually the engine that makes team go is the guards. But they have good size and good talent, so it should be an exciting contest.
Now, Coach, usually you guys will make a two game stop, a Saturday and a Monday. This weekend is unique. You only have the game on Saturday. Why is it like that for this weekend?
The way the SWAC scheduling works, Grambling is our travel partner.
Okay.
So the week you play your travel partner, there's only one game that week. And I think this is a good break for us, good time not to have two games, a Saturday, Monday.
Interesting, interesting. All right, when we come back, we're going to wrap up this week's edition of Inside Jaguar Basketball with Coach KJ. Stay with us.
Southeast Auto Inc., proud sponsor of the Kevin Johnson basketball team as well as his coaches show. The powerful Jaguars, come visit us. 2 locations in the Baton Rouge area. One on Florida Boulevard between Wooddale and Lobdale, the other in Prairieville, Louisiana.
Depression, anxiety, trauma, nicotine dependence, and more. Many families are struggling with behavioral health issues. Reaching out for professional help is the best thing you can do for you and your family. At Care South, we are committed to helping individuals and families to heal, bounce back, and grow stronger. Our team of professionals are available for telehealth and in-person visits. Call for an appointment today at 225-650-2000. Hope and healing is just a phone call away.
Southeast Auto Inc., proud sponsor of the Kevin Johnson basketball team as well as his coaches show. The powerful Jaguars, come visit us. 2 locations in the Baton Rouge area. One on Florida Boulevard between Wooddale and Lobdale, the other in Prairieville, Louisiana.
Welcome back to Inside Jaguar Basketball with Coach KJ. Coach, you know, as we wrap up this week's edition, I want to ask you some information about the Jaguar basketball experience. The first question I got to ask you about is, how has the team's travel experience been? You guys had your first Florida swing, which is probably the furthest schools away from Southern University. How was that, being on the road, being together with the team?
I love the way the experience has been for this year's team. Travel can be different depending upon who you have, the makeup of your team. But this year's team, they have become closer through being on the road. And it's been interesting to see that develop. And I think it's only going to help our team down the stretch.
Coach, my other question I want to ask you, kind of personal interest side of the game of basketball. how are the players dealing with the student athlete part of college basketball? They can hoop, and you enjoy the practice and the games of college basketball, but there's also that part of going to class, getting grades, and being eligible. How's your team dealing with the academic side of college ball?
I think they're doing a wonderful job. I praise them all the time because I have the memory of going back 30 years ago where teams couldn't practice year-round.
Wow.
And now we practice year-round, and these guys are in classes fall, spring, and summer, and they have been able to be successful. So I commend them all the time, and that's important because if guys are in class year-round, there's a great chance for them to graduate on time.
Coach, we're into the season, of course, into the SWAC season. How's the injury bug affecting your team this season?
It's affected everybody. We've had several guys miss games. Jordan Johnson has been out the last 4, and hopefully we'll get him back for Grambling. He's a top 10 three-point shooter in the country, and we could use that 46% from the three-point line. So we're hopeful to get him back this weekend.
All right, Coach. Well, one of the things that we want to do on Inside Jaguar Basketball with Coach KJ is bring you some really, really great insight into the players. And so we want you to tune in next week right here, same place, same time, and we're going to try to get a little bit more from the players, maybe after the game, Coach, or in the locker room, get a little bit more personal with the players.
Todd, I'm looking forward to that. I want so much for these guys to have the experience of being questioned in the heat of the moment and on the spot, because that's what the pros have, and I think they'll do a good job with that.
Well, I like what I've seen so far, and they're all being interviewed by Perry White. They all seem to represent themselves and their families well.
And again, something else to commend them on. Anytime we get a chance to uplift these young men, we definitely want to do it.
Well, of course, you can catch the show each week on Fox 44 at 10 p.m. on Thursday nights. You can catch it about 3 times a week on Pelican Sports, and you see the graphic right there. And you can catch us at your convenience on the Inside Jaguar Basketball with Coach KJ, either the YouTube or the Facebook channel. So we want you to stay with us, and as always, we want to have you understand what's going on with Southern basketball, and we want you to come out and see the Jaguars play, whether they be on the road or at F.G. Clark Activity Center, also known as the Mini Dome. All right, Coach, let's get out of here.
Go Jags! Got better.